I'm going to show you how to make this super adorable pouch with this lemon applique. The pattern is from OESD. I'm going to link everything that I show you and that you're going to need for this project in the comments below. And I did this all on my embroidery machine, even like making the pouch and installing the zipper. I didn't even know those machines could do that. So let's go. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how I made this. First, I'm going to get all of my fabric cut. Now the pattern lays out all the sizes that you need depending on the size pouch and orientation of the pouch that you are making. Once you've cut out all of your fabric pieces, set those aside, and then you're going to start cutting out your fusible woven. Just follow all of the steps that are written for you in the pattern. There are a couple of different ways that you can do this to make sure that your pieces that you cut are accurate. You should always press them at some point. If you want to press your fabric before you cut it, that's totally fine. Remember, there's no rules here. You do whatever works for you. For me, I unwrap my mini bolts, I cut it to the approximate size it's going to be. Then I go press it, add a little starch if you like to use starch, but you don't have to. And then I bring it back to my cutting mat and make sure everything is all square and everything is even, because sometimes after you press out those wrinkles, it's not the exact size you cut it to. So make sure you just double check if that's how you want to press your fabric. But now I have all of my pieces that I need for the pouch. I have the lining, the front, the back, and everything I need. OESD lays everything out for you step by step. Now I'm getting ready to fuse the fusible woven onto the fabric. Again, following those instructions. Make sure you're reading them step by step. Just take them one step at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself, because it tells you exactly what you need to do so that you make sure that you're doing this the right way, because this is a different way to make a pouch, and I've never made one this way. So just, again, make sure you read those directions. Now we're going to go ahead and get our stabilizer on our hoop. This is a magnetic hoop from Dime. Everything I'm using is linked in the description, and there's also a discount code for you that you can use for a limited time as well over at OESD. So get that stabilizer hooped. I love the magnetic hoops. Now we're working away. Okay, I'm sorry about the flickering. I got to check my frame rate on my camera. I did not realize it was doing this until I went and saw the footage. So please excuse that. We're learning here. So I'm adding a zipper. Yes, I am, with an embroidery machine. I'm not hand sewing a zipper. Can you even believe that? And as I keep mentioning, all the steps are laid out for you in the pattern. And I find it just really helpful just to read one, do exactly what it says, because you will not mess up. It tells you exactly what you need to do. Now that I've sewn that part on, the next step is on the back of the hoop. Yes, you saw and read that correctly. We're working on the back of the hoop. We just tape it in place with the OESD tearaway tape. Even if you stitch through the tape, it still easily tears right off, which I love. Make sure you secure that, because it's the only thing holding this on, because it's on the back side. And I am probably adding more tape than I really need, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Once you feel good about your fabric being taped on and make sure everything's in place and nothing's going to get bunched up under the needle, we're going to go ahead and put that back on our embroidery machine. You still flip it over. You have to put it on the right way. You just simply press the button and let your machine do the stitching for you. You don't have to worry about staying straight. I mean, it's just doing it all automatically. This is mind-blowing to me. I've never made a pouch this way, and I can tell you I'll be making many more. Now for the fun part, we're going to be adding the applique. So we add the fabric, you can tape it down to hold it in place, and it's going to stitch out the outline of the applique design. Then we're going to take this off of our embroidery machine, but don't take it out of the hoop. That is very important that you just take it carefully off your machine once the stitching is complete. And now I'm using my favorite curved scissors from OESD. These are great because you want to cut as close to that stitching line as you can. You don't want to cut into the stitches. You want to leave about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance on the outside edge. So cut as close as you can. I often turn my work, and so I'm cutting at the same angle. That way I feel like I'm getting as close to it as I can. These curved scissors make a huge difference for when you're trimming applique like this. I just love them. So first we're going to do the lemon, then we're going to stitch the outline for the leaves. We're going to add the fabric the same way, and then we're going to trim off the leaves, and then we're going to let it do its outline stitch, which to me looks like free motion, and I really kind of love it. So I'm adding the leaves here, and then it's going to do the finishing stitch all at once. Again, using those curved scissors to trim away all of that excess. And I have way more excess than I need. I didn't measure. I just took a scrap piece of fabric and slapped it down. You can measure so it's more precise and so you have less waste. Again, I was just grabbing out of my scrap bin and using up what I had. This is the free motion that I was telling you about. So I put on navy blue thread. You could use black. You just want to have it be like a darker contrasting color. I thought navy blue would look really cute with this pouch since we're using all blues and yellows anyway, but black would have been cute too. Whatever you want to use. Again, we don't have rules here. We just like to have fun. All right, we're stitching this out. Oh my gosh. It totally looks like free motion, but without the work and learning curve of free motion. All right, now it's time. We're putting on the back. I still can't believe I'm doing all of this in the hoop. In the hoop, that's what this means. In the hoop is a whole project that you do from start to finish inside an embroidery hoop. You push a button and let the machine do the work for you. It's so incredible. I did make sure to tape everything down well. I've got my zipper pull taped out of the way so it's never anywhere near that embroidery needle. Now I'm putting on the other lining on the back side. We're taping that in place. You do take your hoop off of the machine several times when you're doing these steps. Just be careful, don't take it out of the hoop. Let it do its thing. Again, it's just doing the stitching. I'm off in the background doing what I'm doing. Now the stitching portion is done, and yes, it did leave a spot for turning, and I can't wait to show you the magic that is no hand stitching to stitch that opening closed, because we're not going to stitch it. Okay, we use tear away stabilizer, so now we're tearing it all away. Tear it off of the edges. I like to trim it all off first. You could just start by also trimming it with the scissors, because you want to trim around your stitched edges and leave about 1/4 inch seam allowance. You can clip those corners if you want to. I clipped a little close to the seam, so I didn't really leave myself any room to snip the corners, but mine still turned perfectly. So I'm cutting off all the excess, which you can see there's not even a ton of excess here, which I love that. So now we're gonna find that opening and we're gonna turn it right side out. Now this is just the lining side to start with. So you just reach in. I use my fingers and I press along those curves so you get nice, clean curves pressed out. You can give it a press with your iron if you want to. So we're going to work out those corners just to make sure the shape is what we want them to be. Because right now, like I said, this is just the lining. We're going to get to the other part, but first we have to close that opening, and I'm going to show you a fun little trick. And if you find there's any tape left, like over the zipper or anything, make sure you just pull that off, and it's tear away tape, so it peels off so easily. Here's the secret. I'm using another product by OESD called Fusible. I cut it down about 1/4 inch and the length of my opening. I'm folding in all of the excess. I'm going to give it a press to press everything down and inside the pouch, because we're going to have a seam here, but you're not going to see it because we're going to use this Fusible to close that seam up permanently. You can hand stitch it if you want to, but I'm using the Fusible because I don't want to hand stitch anything if I can help myself. So I'm just making sure all of my edges are turned into the center first. Then I'm going to place the Fusible inside that seam and give it a good press. And once that cools, then you simply peel the paper strip off and you fuse it with your iron again. And that fuses those two seams together. And it's a permanent adhesion. It's not temporary, so you don't ever have to worry about that coming undone. And it is on the inside of the pouch lining. You're never gonna see it. It's awesome. Oh my gosh, where has this stuff been all my life? Fusible by OESD. You can use it for so many things. All right, now we're turning the rest of the pouch right side out through that zipper opening, and I'm just using my fingers here to make sure everything is laying the way I want it. And then, oh my gosh, I can't even believe I made this in the hoop. This was my first time ever making something like this completely in the hoop, and it was way easier than I thought it would be. I still cannot believe that I made this entire pouch on my embroidery machine. I'm blown away. This turned out so cute. I made it in about a half an hour. The instructions are so easy to follow. And this is just darling. I love the applique with that almost like free motion look around it. Look at how cute it is. Like I did this cute lining on the inside. All the information you need, like I said, is below. Make sure you go hit that subscribe button because we're going to be making all kinds of fun videos, especially getting ready for that back to school season, because we can all use zipper pouches for all kinds of different things. And now you can just start making them on your machine. This pattern bundle comes with a bunch of different designs that you can choose from. You can do a pineapple, you could do a flower, you could do lemons, you could do vertical, horizontal, whatever you want to do. So there's a bunch of different sizes. Each pouch also has a small, medium, and large option. So if you want to make a set of matching pouches, different, whatever you want to do, I got you. All the information's down in that description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you hit that subscribe button and follow along for more fun videos.